Where's my freaking water?
Top the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing sissy slides in both ears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas trip tonight. Slip that on and we might miss the flight.
Hey y'all. So, as y'all can read by the title, y'all already know what this video is going to be about. So, we're going to just go ahead and get into it. First question is my age. I am 22 years old. I'm about to turn 23 in May. So, my birthday is almost here. But I'm 22. Next question. Where are you from? So this question is like, it's two different questions, but it's in the same category. So the first question was, where are you from? I'm from Florida, South Florida. Cause you know, like when you say Florida, people think Florida, but South Florida is a whole different type of Florida. It ain't even South Florida. I'm from Palm Beach, so yeah. And then another question I was asked was, when are you coming back to Palm Beach? Honestly, I don't even know when I'm going back to Palm Beach. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna give you no date, because I really don't know when I'm going back to Palm Beach, because I don't like coming home. It really won't be nothing to do for when I come home. I literally be bored. Next question. What made you become a cook / chef? So I wouldn't consider myself a cook or a chef. I just know how to cook. So but I kind of get where you're going with the question. So honestly, my people know how to cook. So when I was younger, it was just me in the kitchen. Like, I was always in the kitchen looking like, oh, what you cooking? I'm there, I'm looking. Like, of course I wanted some because I was just greedy. But I also was looking because I want to learn how to cook also. So I stayed in the kitchen. My mama know how to cook real good. And then once I got in high school, I would say, I really did all the cooking, like, in the house. Like, my mama really ain't cook for real. Maybe she cook like on Sundays, but for the most part, it was me cooking when I got in high school. So since then, I really just been like cooking. And then I went to selling plates because people was telling me like, oh, you know how to cook, so you should sell plates. So sold some plates, and yeah. But I actually like cooking because I like eating also. But I also, like, I really do like cooking for real. Like, if y'all want me to do some cooking videos, let me know, because I'll definitely do one. So I guess I asked this question. My favorite food. What's my favorite food? My favorite food is, I love guacamole, I love chicken wings, and I love seafood. And I love pasta. Those are my 4 favorite foods. Like, I could literally eat guacamole, chicken wings, pasta, and seafood like every single week. Literally. Those are my favorite foods. So yeah. What's my favorite movie? My favorite movie is ATL. I could watch that movie like so many times, like literally back to back to back. And I promise you, I won't get tired of watching ATL. Like, if you know me, you know I love ATL. I freaking love that movie. But ATL is my favorite movie. What made you start YouTube? So, what made me start YouTube? Honestly, I wanted to start YouTube because, I don't know, a lot of people told me I should start YouTube because of just like, I'm like a vibe for real. Like, I'm really like a vibe. Like, when I'm around, like, we be having fun. So it's like, and then people say I'm funny. I don't really consider myself funny because I be like for real. So I don't be thinking it be funny because I be serious. What, he was like, you funny, like you should really start using it. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it.
Um,
Fuck it, let's do it.
This question kind of go with it also. What can we expect to see on your channel? It pranks, cooking videos, days in my life, like vlogs and stuff, and like girl talks and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. But if y'all got some girl talk topics, let me know. Like girl talk, like I'm talking about moo cap on, coffee in the hand, girl talk, okay? Let me know what y'all want me to talk about, or give me some stuff y'all want me to talk about, and I'll talk about it. I kind of got some questions, like some questions in here, because if you, like, I asked on my Instagram, give me some like questions or like things y'all want me to talk about, or just things y'all want to talk about in general or whatever. So I do got like, oh, like my opinion on stuff. That's what it was, my opinion on stuff in general. So I got a few things in here, but I'm gonna kind of like do that at the end, as far as like the ones that's like more so like my opinion. So I'm good at the end. Next question. Okay, so I'm gonna answer this question. I was gonna be this question at the end, but I got this question asked so many freaking times. Like every time I ask on Instagram, give me some questions, y'all want me to answer them. Q&A questions or just whatever. If I do like a little question thing like on Instagram, I get asked these questions so many freaking times. Do I freaking have a boyfriend? I don't got no boyfriend. Like I ain't got no boyfriend. I ain't got no boyfriend at all. Y'all may think I'm lying, but I ain't got no boyfriend. I promise I don't. Just another question. I kind of go with that, I guess. Let me see. Oh, why you never respond back? That's another question I always get. So that kind of like go with the whole whatever. Why I never respond back? I don't know. I just don't. I just really don't respond back. Like, I gotta really want to talk to you to respond back, for real. Then again, like, y'all just be wanting to waste my time. So it's like, why am I gonna respond back to y'all? Like, no. So that's why I don't respond back. It don't be none against nobody. I just don't be feeling like I have to respond back to y'all when y'all text me. So I don't. So yeah, maybe that's why I won't find my person, because I don't respond back to people. So maybe that's why I won't find my person. I don't know. I guess when the time comes, I would get like a sign. And the sign, once I get a sign, like, okay, respond back, then maybe I'll respond back. I gotta get a sign first, because some of y'all just be texting just to, no. It gotta be a sign to respond back. And I don't be getting them signs when y'all be texting, so I don't respond back. Life goals. What are my life goals? Multiple streams of income, meaning like multiple businesses, and to take care of my immediate family. Like, because, you know, cause when I make it, they gonna be straight. I gotta make sure they straight before I make sure anybody else straight. That's just me. Another question that kind of like go with that is, oh, there we go. When you get more clout, would you forget about the ones you came up with? No. I personally wouldn't forget the ones I came up with. You came up with me, of course I'm gonna look out for you. Of course I'm like make sure you good. When I have like multiple businesses, if you aren't in like the best position, of course I'm gonna put you in a position to make more, like to money. So to answer that question, no, I wouldn't forget the ones I came up with. Next question. What do you do on your free time? Honestly, lately on my free time, I've been at my friend's house, and I don't really be doing nothing for real, but sleeping. Probably going to get food, like going to try different places to get food and stuff like that. Watching YouTube videos. And that's pretty much it, for real. Like, I don't really be doing too much on my free time. So, yeah. What's your skincare routine? The question I get asked a lot is my skincare routine, like what I use. If y'all want a video on like what I use for real, just my skincare routine, let me know, because I'll definitely do a video on that. But I would say like my skincare routine is not really like nothing too crazy. It's literally like I don't use no fancy product or nothing like that. Because people say like my face be like so clear and stuff. But I would say the one thing I don't do is like touch my face with my hands, like my dirty hands. Oh baby, I ain't touching my face with my dirty hands. Like when I'm in the shower, that's when I actually like touch my face. It's like when I'm in the shower. But as far as me like touching my face with my dirty hands, nah, I ain't doing that. And then also I don't get pimples. The only time I really get pimples is like around that time of the month. But when I do get a pimple, I don't pop it with my hands. I pop it when I'm in the shower with my clean hands, or like with a rag or something. Because you know like when you pop a pimple, like the dirt and stuff from your hands go inside that pimple, and that's what causes blackheads. Like that's one thing my mama always told me, is to don't touch your face and don't freaking pop your pimples. So that's why I ain't got nothing on my face, because I don't pop my pimples at all. And then something else I do with like my skincare routine is when I wash my face, I use cold water. I don't use hot water on my face. I don't use hot water on my face, and I really don't like using rags and like towels on my face. I would, but as far as like me like drying my face, I dry my face with like a paper towel, because you know towels and stuff like hold bacteria. So I dry my face with like paper towels, or I kind of like let it air dry. And then when I wash my face, I use my hands and stuff. So yeah, but if you want to know like exactly like what products I use, let me know and I'll do a video. I actually need to go get some more stuff, because I'm kind of like running low on my products. But if you want, let me know. How many kids do you want to have? Honestly, I want to have a lot of kids. My mama only got 3 freaking kids, and I feel like that's not enough. My daddy got a lot of kids, but I'm not really like, I don't really talk about my daddy's side for real. But my mama only got 3 kids, and I don't think that's enough. I want to have a big family. Like, I don't know, I want to have a big family. But I'm currently 22 years old, so it's like, I guess it kind of depends on when I actually have my first child. Then it'll kind of depend. But one thing I don't want to be is an old parent, because if you know my mama. I'm old. I got an old mama. She ain't old like wrinkly old. If you see my mama, y'all know my mama is like. Yeah. But my mama is old compared to like people my age, parents. Yeah. She old. Hold on, because this dog gonna be barking. Hold on. Alright. So, yeah, but I want to have a lot of kids. As far as like what number, I said I want to have like double digits. I would say maybe like 10 at most. But that probably ain't gonna happen, because it probably ain't gonna happen. But I want to have a lot of kids. Like maybe like 10 at most, probably like 4. I would say 3 the least, because mama got 3. But I would say 3 is the least, 10 is the most. The next question is, oh, this question is like, it's 2 different questions, but I'm actually in the same, because they kind of like go with the same. Alright, so one of the questions was, what made me go by Raven versus my real name. Okay, so if you know me, then you know my real name isn't Raven. It's not no secret. It's just that's just not my real name. But if you know me, then you know my real name. What made me go by Raven was when I was in college, my roommate was like, oh, when we go out, you need a name. Like, you can't go out with your real name. You need a name when you go out. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I ended up coming up with Raven. Don't know how I came up with it. I came up with Raven. And just started going off of Raven. I kind of like the name Raven. And then also my real name, like, people be thinking my real name isn't my name. Go, cause my water down there. People be thinking my real name isn't my real name. Like, when I tell them my real name, they just be like, no, what's your real name? I be like, that's my real name. And they be like, no, like the name your mama gave you. That's my name. And they don't believe me. But when I tell them Raven, they believe Raven. So that's just why I go off Raven. And I like Raven. Also, this other question is, why after telling me all this time to stop calling you Raven, that's your little name now? The reason why I told you to stop calling me Raven is because you know my name. So the person that asked this question, you know my name. You know my real name. So that's why I told you to stop calling me Raven, because you know my real name. So don't call me Raven, because you know that's not my name. Call me my name, because you know my name. Like, my people and stuff, like my friends, nobody really call me Raven. Everybody call me by my real name. But if you know me by Raven, then that just means you either know me on social media or I gave you that name. Like, I didn't want to give you my real name, so I gave you Raven. That's the only reason people know Raven. And then if you know my real name, then you know me personally. I'm down to a few more questions. How do I feel about therapy? Honestly, I recommend therapy to everybody. Like, I did therapy when I was in 10th grade or like 11th grade. I did therapy and I loved it. I loved her. At first, I was thinking, like, a lot of people say, like, I don't know how I would feel. They just like just talking to a person I don't know. Honestly, when talking to a person you don't know, it's really like no judgment zone for real, because they don't really know you. Like, they only know what you tell them. But it's really no judgment zone with like a therapist. So at first, because I'm like real like personal, I don't really like talk to people about my problems. I kind of like to stay to myself for the most part when it comes to like anything I'm going through. I kind of like just deal with it on my own versus actually talking about it. So at first with her, like, y'all, we used to sit there and we used to barely talk. Like, I'm talking about barely talk, because she used to come to my house. She's come to my house and she used to come to my school sometime, but it was majority like my house. But I'm talking about, we barely used to talk. Our first couple of sections, we barely used to talk and stuff. I barely saw her. And then after a while, like, and y'all, because she used to come to my house, like, she used to like text me and be like, because she used to stay like we didn't know this, but after a while when me and her got like closer, then she finally told me, like, you know, I stay right around the corner. Like, she literally stayed like in like a complex across the street from my house, which was so freaking like weird, but like different. But anyways, with her coming to my house, she'll text me, sorry, but yeah, she'll be like, I'm on my way, and I would literally not text her back. Like, I really won't text her back. Like, girl, we ain't talking today. And she used to literally come and I'll literally not open the door for her. Like, not open the door for her. And then I would literally like wait till she like pull off, and then I'll be like, I'll wait a few hours or a few minutes, like maybe like 30 minutes or whatever. Then I'll text her and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I overslept or I was sleeping, I'm sorry. Stuff like that. I used to literally do that. But then after a while, when me and her kind of like got close and I kind of like actually started talking, she was actually really cool. Like, I freaking loved her. Like, I really did freaking love her. If I could go back to another therapist, I would definitely choose her again. Like, I freaking loved her. She was literally like the freaking best. Our last session, I freaking cried because I'm just like, yeah, we worked on some of the stuff that I needed to work on. Or just like she helped me kind of like go through some of the stuff. But it's like, okay, now I'm back to square one because I ain't talking to you no more. Like, my session with you is over. But I freaking love it. I want to do it again. I really want to get into therapy again because it's like a freaking no judgment zone, literally. No judgment zone. The person, they really don't take no sides. Like, you could tell them something, but they don't take no sides because they know you. It's literally like the freaking best. So I recommend therapy to everybody. This question kind of go with it, I guess. How was it losing a boyfriend at a young age? So I was dating this boy when I was in high school, my 9th grade year in high school. I was dating this boy. And I kind of never really talked about it because it's kind of like another like personal subject that I really don't talk about. And I honestly would say nobody really knew how I felt pertaining to the whole situation. I really never talked about it to nobody. I kind of like just stayed to myself. But I was 15 years old and I was dating a boy, because we were both young, so I guess a boy, that I met at my school, and I was dating him in 9th grade, and he ended up passing away. And what's the question? How was it losing a boyfriend at a young age? I would say it was, of course, losing anybody that means a lot to you is gonna be hard. So it was kind of like, I would say it was really rough. Like, it was the day it happened. I didn't go to the hospital the day it happened, but the next day after, I went to the hospital. Like, I was literally in the hospital every freaking day. And keep in mind, I stayed in Palm Beach. His hospital was all the way in Miami, if I'm not mistaken, like Miami or Fort Lauderdale. My auntie drove me to the hospital literally every single day up until like his last day. I wasn't going to school, and if I did go to school, I was leaving early because like I couldn't stop crying when I was in school. It was just the worst, literally like the freaking worst. But and just to see him like with all them like machines and stuff, kind of like just throw me off. Like, I hope that answered your question. I don't know if that answered your question, but hopefully it did. Another question was, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? 5 years from now, I will be 28. I'll see myself with a family. I'll be starting my own family. I have kids. By 28, I do want to have my businesses set in stone. By 28, that's 5 years. Businesses set in stone. Like all my life goals, I would say I want to have them accomplished or almost accomplished by 28. So what's your biggest lesson right now you've learned in life? My biggest lesson right now that I've learned in life is you can't stress about stuff you can't control. So it's like, don't really focus or like stress on stuff you can't control because you can't control it. Another lesson that I've learned is everybody don't really deserve your time. Like, everybody don't deserve your time. Everybody, yeah, because you are, like, if you know me, then you know, like, I'm a real ass person. You get what I'm saying? Like, I keep everything a stack. Like, if you my dog, I'm always there for you. Like, yeah. So I ain't even gotta talk too much on it, because if you know, you know. But you can't just try to, I guess, keep somebody around so they can see the good in you. If somebody want to leave, let them leave. Don't be forcing nobody to stay. Let them leave. Regardless of what you do, the person, whoever, is going to continue doing what they want to do. You can't stop nobody from not doing what they want to do. Another lesson that I'm learning right now is to give God time. Like, people make time for so much other stuff, but you gotta make time for God also. So I would say give God time. That's another lesson I'm learning. How do you get the courage to finally walk away from somebody? Honestly, and it's probably not the best advice, but personally, I would say, especially when it's somebody you can't walk away from, or y'all just keep going back, you just keep going back, the person keep coming back, whatever. I would personally say you gotta keep going back until you finally hurt. That's just me. I would personally say you gotta keep going back until you finally hurt. Cause once you finally get tired of being hurt, not finally hurt, keep going back until you tired of getting hurt. That's what I would say. Because once you keep going back and you just tired of being hurt, you gonna like finally walk away from the person because you tired of being hurt. Or like when it's constantly always the same thing, you're gonna finally just want to like walk away because it's the same thing, nothing's changing. You're gonna want to walk away. So that's what I would say. Keep going back until you finally tired of being hurt. Yeah, it's probably not the best advice, but that's what I would say. Your dream date night. My dream date night will be outfit picked out. Like, I want him to pick out my outfit, my shoes, everything. The only thing I do is get my feet, all that, everything, toes, that type of stuff done. Get to the house, my outfit there. Like, my outfit is there. Already picked out with a little note, like, oh, put this on. Boom, outfit picked out. Black truck outside with the flowers. Get to the restaurant, like, of course it's a nice restaurant. Get to the restaurant, boom, eat. Probably go for a walk afterwards because I love being outside for real, like at nighttime, like walking and stuff. Probably like going for a walk after eating, going for a walk, and then going home and, you know, getting straight to it. I'm talking about can't even make it to the room, busting through the door type of, yeah. That's my date night, my dream date night. Another question is, which one of your exes would you take back? Which one of your exes would you which one of your exes would, I can't even talk with it. Which one of your exes would you take back / do you miss any of your exes? I'm not taking none of my exes back at all. Anybody I dealt with in the past ain't got no access to my life now. Like, you know, I ain't dealing with nobody in the past that I dealt with. If you ain't here now, then it's the reason why you're not here now. So to answer that question, none of my exes, I won't take none of my exes back. And then, do I miss any of my exes? No. The heck? Okay, so now it's more so on the my opinion on certain things. Alright, so opinion on abortions, etc. Shit in that category. Honestly, it's your body. You can do whatever you want. It's your body. Am I for abortions? Yes. I'm definitely for abortions. And I would say like an abortion is more so like a mutual thing. Yeah, like if it happened like unexpectedly and you're not just like ready to have a child, then of course I would say go the abortion route. But if you and the person that you created the baby with or got pregnant by is still like in communications or still on good terms and stuff like that, I would say like communicate it with the person. If the person is for keeping a baby, then I would say keep it. But if the person is for not keeping a baby, fool, go get that abortion. Cause why is you keeping a baby that a dude won't? Why? Like a lot of y'all be doing that though. Like a lot of y'all be keeping babies that dudes say they don't want. And it's like, he told you he don't want a baby. He still kept it. And then when he had a baby, you looking at him like a, but he done already told you like, I don't want a baby. I ain't ready right now. But you decide to keep that baby. So it's like, you really just setting yourself up for, you know, because you chose to keep the baby. Honestly, if you're not with abortions, then okay, by all means. But if you have no problem with abortions and the dude tells you not to keep the baby, don't keep it. Because a baby ain't gonna keep them niggas. So that'd be where y'all be wrong. Then y'all be thinking baby's gonna keep a nigga, and it's not. So that's how I feel on abortions. I think that the other question was my opinion on like domestic violence. Honestly, you really can't give, I personally would say you really can't give your opinion on domestic violence because you don't know until you go through it. Like until you experience that, 'cause it's easy to say, oh yeah, walk away or leave that person, but it's like sometimes it's always not that easy. Like people that then got into like domestic violence, even like females and guys, because guys go through domestic violence also, it's not just females, but it's not always easy to walk away from the person. So I really can't speak too much on it because I personally never went through it. That's it for this video, because I didn't want to make this video too long, but that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like this video. I hope I gave some good answers. I don't know. Hopefully I did. I don't know, but hopefully y'all enjoyed this video.
Is you scared? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck do you got going on.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. I am gonna try to get real consistent with posts. I got some content in the books, in the works, so y'all gonna be hearing some stuff, but I do need to be consistent because my last video was maybe a month or two ago, probably 3 months ago, don't know, but it was a little minute ago, and I don't want to just put a video out there and then just go missing, then come back and put a video. No, I'm not where I want with YouTube yet to be able to do that. So until I get where I'm at, okay, so hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And